Okay, some other key things to know is just because you meet the TAG criteria doesn't necessarily ensure that your tag has been fully approved. So again, the universities will look at it. We also have counselors here at CSM to look at that. And it doesn't necessarily, just meeting the criteria alone doesn't necessarily mean that you're approved for the major as well. It's also really important to complete your transfer level English and math in order to meet that criteria. So again, earlier we had talked about completing transfer level math and English 1 year prior to transfer. Also, lower grades in prerequisite courses or in math and English could also result into tag denial. So again, make sure that you are also taking care of the major preparation from assist.org and your general education from iGetsy if they are looking for iGetsy. Again, I'll say it because it's so important. Be sure to complete that transfer level math and English in time to be eligible. Okay, so what are some common mistakes that students make when applying? They don't report their planned classes for the next semester. So if you were to apply this fall 2019 for admission for fall 2020, a big mistake would be if you did not report your planned classes for the spring of 2020. It's also a big mistake to not complete the planned classes, especially if you need them. You also want to be sure to separate the classes from the sister colleges, right? So if you're taking some classes at Skyline or Kenyatta, or if you're a Skyline or Kenyatta student and you're taking, say, Counseling 120, because it's online and available, you want to make sure that you separate that for the TAP in the Transfer Admission Planner. And be sure to accurately list the correct college that you're primarily going to as your current school. And again, another mistake is that a lot of students, just because they think it's not transferable, they don't list it. Be sure to list it. One example is like, I took Math 120 when I was a student here, not transferable, but I still listed it on my application. So the key website, uctap.universityofcalifornia.edu. Again, be sure all of this is correct. Like if you're receiving a degree, if you are attending, be sure it's there. Just to summarize, make sure you separate your CSM, Kenyatta, and Skyline classes. Select one college as your current or most recent school, and only one college for your degree. Again, in summary, be sure to explain any gaps in education or breaks that you've taken, all post-high school coursework, even if you've been at other community colleges or other universities. Also, be sure to report all of your non-transferable classes too, and then your planned courses, right? So again, you are most likely going to be applying to UC schools because most only offer fall admission, though there are some exceptions. But for the most part, you're going to be applying in November, so be sure to include those spring classes in the plan. You also want to include, if you've taken in high school, any AP or advanced placement or international baccalaureate coursework. So be sure to include your exam scores for AP and IB. So again, want to give you the opportunity and the discussion to ask any questions that you may have about the University of California as an option. Again, they are terrific in terms of options as a school. The University of California, they are research institutions, really considered some great public schools. Again, there are 9 of them available. A lot of them are more theoretically based. And again, great opportunities to transfer, and they do give California Community College students admission priority. So that was a little bit on the University of California. And later in the week, we are going to transition into the California State Universities as options, as well as private and independent schools.